Hey, it's me, Puppet DM, and I'm here to tell you all about the sponsors we have here at the Wandering Society. We're sponsored here by Mage and Press, makers of a bunch of 5th edition supplements, like the Book of Kobold or their series of new classes. And don't forget, Arcmada, the amazing sci-fi fantasy campaign setting for the world's greatest role-playing game. Be sure to check them out at store.mageandpress.com. Up next, we have Roll20. It's the platform we use here at the Wandering Society to play all of our games. It's easy to use, intuitive, and it now comes with Dark Mode. Be sure to check them out at roll20.net. We're also sponsored by Our Talsorian Games. Our Talsorian Games make great RPGs, and they've been doing so since the early 90s. Check their books. They've got Cyberpunk Red, which Simon tells me has been played here extensively, Castle Falkenstein, which also has been played here, and The Witcher, which has also been. Okay, we get it! Check them out at your FLGS or online at ourtalsoriangames.com. Have you ever wanted to wake up and smell the coffee? Well, now you can with this next sponsor, Found Familiar. Get yourself some damn good coffee at foundfamiliar.com and use the code on the screen to get 15% off. What do you mean I can't drink coffee? What the fuck is felt? And we couldn't end this segment without talking about our good friends at Die Hard Dice. That's right. As a Dice affiliate, we are proud to partner with Die Hard Dice to bring you only the best in shiny click-clacks. Click-clacks? What is... Ow. You can check their ever-growing collection over at dieharddice.com and use the link below to get 15% off. You're putting this all on me? I better get a cut.
tree.
Hey, guess what? We were muted this whole time.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
I apologize.
Shoot.
Yeah, hello everyone. Simon, at Warning EM, EM pronouns, episode 61 of Scion. Intros, Finbar.
Alrighty, again, I am Hawkeye, or Kentucky Hawkeye. I am playing Finbar Odubta, son of Ogma, Batswinger, and otherwise highly skilled intellectual combatant.
Up next, Lynn.
Hey everyone, I'm Lin Shive, and today I am playing Dihiga, daughter of Inari, she/her.
And the upper row on the overlay, we have Renee.
Hi, I'm Renee Rhodes. I use she, her pronouns, as does Morning, the character I play here, who is the daughter of the Morgan and is so excited that she got to swing Big Sword last week.
And last but not least, Hannah.
I'm Hannah, she, her, and in this campaign I play Kieran Kearney, son of Loki, he, him.
So, like I said earlier, while we were muted, you are all deep under the earth. You found a trapdoor somewhere in the St. Petersburg Oblast that led you down into a cavern, or at least system of tunnels and caves, where you fought off a horde of Kalikansaros, who, after getting thoroughly trounced, many of them ran away in the dark. As you started your exploration, you came across a fork in the road and decided to go left, where you heard inner thoughts of just so many people in a great circular chamber that's just pockmarked with holes, kind of like a beehive. You could feel wind being sort of pulled in through some of the holes in the ceiling and then leaving out by the holes in the walls. And through that wind were the whispers of people you heard, one of which was our very own Dee, who seemed to have turned completely apathetic while you were in this room. Until, with the ingenious use of a ball of yarn, Morning plugged the hole through which these thoughts were fleeing. Dee came back to herself, explored through one of the other holes in fox form, and found out that they all led into the hollowed out inside of the trunk of a giant tree. You began to climb, doing this sort of devil's bargain with me, where if you failed, the tree could help you, but there would be a price at some point. The tree had to help you twice, using its roots to just create handholds and footholds, create ledges for you to grab onto, and brought you all the way back up to its canopy on one of the biggest branches, where you saw the biggest, tallest, meanest Kalikansaros, these satyr-like beings, hairy, middle-aged men. Basically, they look like naked lumberjacks with goat legs. And he was shouting orders in their own strange tongue at the rest of its ilk, a language that Finbar was able to translate. And they're basically just repeating the word, work, over and over, as they busy themselves hacking and sawing the tree to pieces. I think Myro did tell you the story about the Kalikansaros and the World Tree while you were exploring. That basically every year the Kalikansaros attempt to hack the tree to pieces. Basically, the tree is what holds the world. And if the tree gets chopped down, well, then the entire world falls, is destroyed. But
since the Calicansaros cannot abide the light, they remain underground up until the week of the winter solstice, where it is the darkest, at which point they stop working, they take a week-long break, they go out into the world, they eat sweets, they torment people, and then they come back down at the start of the New Year's. But the tree has had time to heal, and they have to start over from scratch. From what you can see right now, the tree doesn't want to seem to heal. They've created, I don't remember who gave the theory earlier, but they created a deficit. And that they are slowly, ever so slowly, but progressively gaining grounds on their goal, chopping the tree to pieces. And that's where we're going to pick back up. Oh, I don't have labels in chat. Whoever asked stunts, stunts are basically what you do with extra successes. It's how you would like trip someone or like do a critical hit or stuff like that.
Oh, right.
They're yeah, they're in your handouts.
Yeah, in the Roll20. That helps. I just totally forgot what that word was.
No worries. I'm also gonna just put your names in Video Ninja so that it's not just written someone all over the place. But yeah, so that's where we are. You are but a few yards away from this creature who turned around and started shouting at you.
I have a hand on... Wait, can Finbar understand the shouting?
I believe he can.
Yes, I
It's
should be able to. What is he
Yeah.
shouting?
What are you doing here? Who are you? You're not one of us. You smell strange.
I have like
Do I s-
fighting stance ready, but I haven't drawn my sword yet. I'm watching Finbar to like...
Do I smell
you.
anything specific from him? Slash her,
He
slash
does
it?
not smell of the divine.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure of. All right, I will respond back in his own language. We are the demigods that will save this tree from the likes of you. And then I will repeat it again so everyone else can understand what I said.
He starts laughing, and his laugh is echoed by all of the other Calicansaros. His little voices near and far laughing in unison. It creates this sort of chorus, all on the same sort of droning note. Like they cannot express really emotion. You see the little eyes though. Wherever they weren't looking at you, wherever they were busying themselves, hacking at the tree, they're now turned towards you. It's like a sea of malevolent stars all around you. If you thought there were many of them earlier when you got into the cave, even just a cursory count, there's hundreds of them. Thousands, perhaps. He says, "Demigods! I think you're too late." He cranes his neck a bit and goes, "Hi, Myro." This time in Russian. Miro sorts of recoils a bit, kind of hides, like half hides behind Kieran, who was right before him, right in your like climbing order.
What the heck, Miro?
You know these things.
Wait, Russian accent. They were the people I was trying to follow. The ones at the museum. They... I've never met him, though. And then
We
they
fight
kinda,
now?
Well, he seems to know you pretty well. You sure you've never met him before?
I don't think so. And the call him like the leader of the Calicanceros begins to speak in very broken English and goes, "But I see you always. You think you win, but you fail. You fell in our trap." He's gonna switch back to his own language for a sec to just be a little more eloquent. He looks at Finbar and says, "Demigods, give us the boy. Give us the man of passion, and we will let you leave. Hand him over, and you can leave. Refuse." And then you just see the little twinkle of just so many axes being hoisted by the army in the back.
All right, I don't know who you are, but it's time to educate you on a couple of things. One, if you think that we fear you, we do not. And second, are you familiar with a person by the name of Thundar the Barbarian? Great little kid show. Favorite quote from it that I always like to repeat. We can handle all of these. There can't be more than 50 or 100 or so of them. And I get out the bat and I'm going right after him. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter.
Well, then that means it's combat.
Combat!
Combat!
Myro does not enjoy combat. Finbar, because
Yeah,
you
well,
charged
he's
first.
not been helpful so far, so.
He is just a pretty face. That's all he has.
At least he's pretty.
But Finbar, you charged first. You go first.
Alrighty.
What do you want to do?
All right. How big is this character compared to me?
Okay, so when I say he's the biggest of them all, it means he's he's probably 5'5".
Oh.
Okay.
Like, remember, they're all like Ewok
Right, that's what I was trying
sized,
to-
so
I know he was big compared to the people he leads, but I wanted to make sure how much bigger.
Yeah.
All right, this is what Finbar wants to do. He's going to come charging with the bat in hand, make it look like he's going to go swing shillelagh. But what I really want to do is I want to use my epic strength purview, and I want to pick him up in a military press and just slam him against the nearest wall of the tree. Bam, 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 bam.
okay.
Just
All right.
God, Morning.
Grabbing-
And Finbar just ripped this guy to shreds.
Don't worry, I
pull
haven't
him
gone
apart.
Rystrad yet.
Yeah.
Okay, grabbing someone depends on a certain amount of successes that you have.
Okay.
But because you're doing this sort of like feint thing, I'd say let's use. Wait, I need to get a refresher on stats.
Sure.
Let's use cunning and melee, or cunning and close combat, or you
Cunning,
can
close
use your
combat?
might and close combat, whichever is highest.
Actually, cunning and might are both the same.
Cool.
So I'll just go ahead and go with cunning since it's the same amount of dice either way.
All right. Let me just find what I wanted for grapple. Okay, there we go.
Grapple.
Okay, there are stunts in there. It's literally a type of attack. Okay, that's what I wanted to see.
And I
Cool.
get a +1 with epic strength for purposes of lifting, breaking, or carrying large objects, and I figured that would apply here.
Yes, definitely. And his defense, I have to roll for him.
Okay.
He's got 5 of them. And he's a little special. Well, I mean, whatever. That's 2 successes. You need to score 2 successes or above.
All right. So here we go.
Get him.
Boom. That's 6
Oh,
successes total.
All right, 6 total. That means that you can not only grab him, but as part of the grab for free, well, I mean, you've described it very well as you're like slamming him against the tree. You can deal 1 damage, or if you want, you can use 4 of those successes to automatically
I would
deal
use all
2
4
damage.
to do a crit. I want to do critical damage to this guy.
All right.
Yeah.
And the other thing you can do with your 2 extra successes, if you pin him against the tree, he is denied his defense against all other attacks.
All right. so what I'm
Meaning
gonna
everyone else needs 0 success to hit him.
I'm going to. The last time I slam him to the wall with one hand, I grab the bat and I'm just going to use that and just press him. Use that to with my strength to press him up against the tree so he can't move. I'm going to mobilize him that way, visually.
All right. Who wants to go next?
I mean, do we just take this guy down real fast?
And you seem to be doing a good job with that.
Oh, the
I
rest
mean,
of
like, while
the army
Finbar's
is
holding
coming.
him, I could
I
just
want to
spear
know
him.
what the other people or the other gremlins are doing in reaction to this.
Oh, they're charging. They're
Oh,
so
okay.
far away that they're like bouncing from branch to branch trying to get
Okay,
to
so
you.
they don't look like this has affected them in the
This
slightest. They're
isn't
just mad. Okay,
this isn't a
cast
morale hit for
Fireball.
them. That's great. Okay. D is just going to take just a handful of rice from the magic rice bag and just like throw it in a circle.
Circle around you.
Yes, around us.
That's the one to protect you, right?
Yes.
Cool.
I think it has something where it's like they it can repel.
Yeah. Plus
Terror
3
the guilty.
complication to anyone attempting to harm the target. Plus 2 if
Yes.
it's on someone else.
Yeah.
So basically, you get a plus 3, but everyone else inside your circle has a plus 2.
Okay.
Oh.
As you throw you sprinkle the rice around, there's this almost like tangible wall of like white light that springs up almost to like your waist.
Mhm.
Kind of looks like an aurora borealis. Who do you want to have inside your circle?
Mostly me and Kieran, I think.
All
What
right.
about useless Russian man?
Okay, yeah, him too. Okay. I trust the other two are fighters he can handle.
Yeah,
But if
I
anybody-
would
if
have
anybody
taken
wants an
advantage
extra
of
spot,
staying
it's
in a
great.
circle
Yeah.
anyway, but yeah, thank you for protecting everyone else.
All right. The ward is up. But I don't think they're gonna be able to do anything. I heard Kieran fireball Let's go
Oh.
with Kieran.
Sure. I mean, let me see what I can do for fireball. Heaven's Fire.
Just be careful where you aim it.
That's my concern is the tree. So I was seeing if I could do like a spell snipe type thing.
I mean, the fireball that you throw as part of your boons, I believe.
Yeah, my boon is Heaven's Fire.
Does it
Simple
have...
actions, athletics, dexterity, aggravated, ranged, and pushing tags.
Okay, so if it's aggravated range pushing, it's not an area. It would have been area if... So it only attacks like one person. It's like a firebolt in D&D.
Then in that case, never mind. I'm not gonna waste my attack here unless we actually need it, because I'm afraid of burning the tree. Is the thing. Otherwise, I would have lit myself on fire. But Lynn,
You probably light yourself on fire. That's
but
probably
didn't
fine.
you say that your rice barrier is letting off light?
Yeah.
Okay, well then
Or
we've got
it's-
light, so we're good for now. I'm gonna hold my action.
Okay.
I don't like seeing how many of them there are. That's not also not correct.
Yeah, that's not cool. You've turned on the lights and now we can see them.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
I just give it that. What was it? That scene? Was it Pitch Black? Where it's just like they loads of fire and just like there's like thousands of them. It's like oh,
Mhm.
like oh, that's not.
So I guess that brings us to morning.
So I think I am going to use Animal Aspect again and
Mhm.
imbue one legend to choose an animal to imitate one of its iconic traits. I'm going back with the raven again, like my or the crow. I'm sorry, like the crow feathers in my hair, and wings just like burst from my back. I think for aesthetic, even though I like am not going to really be using them in the same like harpy style bird legs, and just like take a dive off of the edge of the tree and start just like dive bombing and kicking, sword swinging some of these smaller Calicanceros.
Yeah, it's a mouthful. All right.
Yeah, it
give me
is.
your roll.
I've got to figure out I've got to figure out the like cadence and the stress, where to stress the syllables.
Is it? I don't have any like pronunciation guide.
I have no idea.
It's a Greek word. So, well, originally a Greek word, and then it's there's a version in Turkish, Serbian, Bulgarian that I found very quickly in on Wikipedia. But there's no like sorry, I got something up front of my eye. I don't have
think
any like
For-
pronunciation like IPA with it.
For accuracy here, given the way this attack is going, I think I'm probably going to go dexterity close combat. And see.
What is their defense? Because the chief is still alive, they have 4 dice, but they need to roll higher than an 8. It's 2 successes, 3 with their enhancement. You have 5. You can just swoop down and basically kick, like, I don't know, half a dozen of them off of a branch.
Yeah, just
They-
let them fall. Like I'm not really staying long enough to individually engage them, I would say, just like dislodging them and watching them tumble.
They make the famous shoot, what's the name of that fall? The scream in cinema.
Oh, the
The Wilhelm scream.
Wilhelm scream.
Do that, or to be funnier, the goofy.
The goofy.
As they fall off the tree.
Great.
With your turn done, you would notice all of you, that as Finbar is ramming the chief against the tree, and the other ones are coming closer, the branch on which you stand, which is wide enough for all of you to stand on without any issue, but it's beginning to shake, to almost like vibrate under maybe just the, all of their little hooves or something, but it seems to match the cadence at which Finbar is shoving the chief into the trunk.
Oh.
It is now their turn. Just like the little man in the cave, the chief's eyes turn red. And he will attempt not to escape the grapple, Finbar. He's going to try to bite your arm. What's your stamina?
It's not allowed.
It is now 5.
5. Okay, so it's a difficulty 5, and I have 10 and 2 enhancement if I do succeed. Well, 4, 5, 6. You are going to take 1 point of damage. Because unfortunately, it's not enough to escape a grapple for... Oh no, it's just 1 success to break up a grapple. Yep. So we'll use 1 success to do damage and 1 to break up the grapple. Basically, by biting you in the arm, takes you by surprise. And as you just recoil a bit, he slips out of your grasp and sort of positions himself between you and the rest of the group. I figure HP wise, you're still fine, Finbar.
Yeah.
The entire army is now closer to you, not within melee range. They don't need to be. They will shower you with axes.
No.
They just lob all of their little hatchets your way. For the purposes of this, everyone's gonna get an attack. I'm not gonna roll like 500 d10s because that makes no sense. So what I will do instead is I'll roll the regular roll, and each success will be 1 damage instead of limiting it to 1 damage maximum per roll. It's gonna be 1 per to sort of mimic the fact that there's so many of them. Of course, people inside the circle, they have complications. People outside the circle, which is Finbar and Morning, you don't get to have the protection from these powers.
Yeah, I get it.
And that's going to be
Cowards
Okay,
always win.
Tifit. 8 dice for them, but they have to roll above an 8. I will use the same roll for everyone. That's going to be just simpler, right? So it's a total of 7 successes.
Yep.
So, Morning, what's your stamina at?
My stamina is at 3.
So you would take 4 damage.
Okay.
So you just tick, 4 boxes. Finbar, you would take 2 damage.
Okay. I will spend a point of legend and enact Unbreakable to negate that.
To negate all of them?
How many points of legend would it take? Does it take to?
Uh,
Is one block all, or is it one for each one?
Let me see. You said it's called Unbreakable?
Yeah. You are beyond injury when you are hit and an enemy uses an inflict damage stunt. Spend 1 legend to negate it. Boom can also be used to defend against.
So it would be 1 per, but it's not imbuing, it's spent, so it doesn't come back until later.
Okay, if it's 1 each, then I guess I'll go ahead and take it then.
Okay. So long as you survive combat, you might be okay. And remember that little number on the right side is the added difficulty to all of your checks from now on.
Understood.
Things get harder.
I
Yep.
do have to ask, relevant. Have we gained any health in the entire course of this game?
Not really. Health is
Okay.
sort of based on your stamina, and if you have things like epic stam and all that. But I can tell you what it is right away. So it depends on what your stamina is at. So if the number of stamina is 3 or 4, your HP should be bruise, injured, maim, taken out. If
Okay.
your stamina is 5, then you would add an extra bruised on top of it.
Okay.
Now, some of you might have abilities, some of you might have powers that give like added stuff, like epic stam can come into that and all that. But that is it.
Okay. I've added a bruised at some point. I don't remember why I did that, but I remember doing it for some reason.
I haven't opened up the demigod, but it might just be because when you turn into a demigod, you get something.
I think that might be
Like
what it
worst case scenario, we'll check later. But and regardless, because y'all are, demigod at this point, when you're taken out of a fight, you're not dead. It just means you can no longer, like, something happens and you can no longer participate. There needs to be a lot more that needs to happen for one of you to actually die.
Sure.
So I had 7 successes minus 3 automatically for D. D, what is your stamina at?
How many successes? Minus the 3?
Well, just how much stamina do you have?
I have 3.
So you would take just 1 damage.
Oh, okay. I
And
think that sounded worse. That sounded real
oh,
bad.
no. Basically, it's because they had 7.
Oh, it's
minus
over. It's
3
over
for
your
the
sta- yeah,
ward.
okay.
Minus
Okay.
yeah. And Kieran.
I have 2 stamina.
So that's 7, 5 minus 2. That's 4. You would also take 4 damage.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, wait. 7 minus 4.
no.
That's 3. My bad. That's 3. You take
Okay,
3
that's-
damage.
So I'm injured. I get the +1 bruised, and then the injured says +2. So I get
Yep.
1 point in injured.
No, yeah. The pluses are basically the number of successes you need to roll above what you normally need to succeed on anything. They're not cumulative. It just means that once you check injured, everything that you
injured.
want to do, yeah, you're injured.
Okay.
So anything that you
no.
want to do needs 2 additional successes.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So their defense, when I would roll like whatever I rolled earlier for them,
Wait, did
let's
you
say
say I
it's
took 3 or 4 damage?
3. I
Okay,
miscounted the first
okay.
time. As for Myro, bruised, injured, maimed. Myro is at maimed.
Cool.
He took a couple of axes. The ward was enough to, save his life, literally. But he just falls down, like crumbles down on the branch. You can see he has like 3 little hand axes like embedded in his back. And he's gasping for breath. It was a heavy round. At least those little things are disarmed now. All they can do is bite and kick. But it's all your turn. For all intents and purposes, for now that they're close, and morning you can just run through them. Any amount of extra successes you would deal damage if you attack the crowd, and that goes for everyone, right? Any damage you do to the crowd basically becomes complications for them. So they will roll worse because there's so many of them I'm just giving them like 1 HP each, but the more you take out in one turn, the better it is. And if you have like an attack like Kirin, even though it's a single target, you know, because it's pushing, if you score, you know, 3 successes, let's say, well, it just so happens that it hits, you know, 3 guys in a row and they all fall down. It's y'all's turn. The chief still has red eyes, by the way, just so you know, because it takes an entire turn, like last time. Kirin, you weren't, well, Kirin, Hannah, you weren't there last time, but from what you've discovered, when their eyes glow red, they seem to be immune to damage. Just the chief has red eyes, by the way.
Great, because Morning is going to shriek. It sounds like halfway a caw. This is the worst that Morning has ever been wounded, ever, and she is pissed. So she is going to continue to pick these creatures off and just send as many of them falling to hopefully their deaths that she can.
All right.
Let's see.
I was at 4. I need 4. It's
Dang.
3 successes for them.
Yeah.
So you were at what, maimed? Injured?
Yeah, I'm at injured.
Injured. So that would be, you would need 5 successes to damage them. If you do not want to reroll, if you do not want to use momentum, you would gain a point of momentum because you're missing in combat. Which, you know.
How do y'all feel? You want to gain that momentum? Do you want me to take another stab at it?
Can I? Ooh, I have something. I think.
Sure.
Okay.
I am going to use. I'm going to step out of the barrier and just use helping hands on Morning, or healing
Ooh.
hands.
Oh, healing hands. What does it?
You heal their wounds. Boon used to instantly resolve any injury target suffers, even maimed condition.
I believe you need to touch her.
Yeah, that's what I'm going out of the circle.
And you're going to jump at a flying Morning?
I would have to come to you.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Shoot.
I like the idea. And I'll say, can you make I don't think Morning is going to try to dodge out of the way, right?
This is where I eat shit.
No.
We're not going to roll. Like, let's just, because it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I think if you would allow me,
Yeah. This
we
is
would
where-
see D shift into a fox, bound away from the circle, and basically land on your back, Morning. Your little fox claws like digging into her back to hold on.
Also
but you
healing.
can-
Also healing at the same time.
Also
It's
healing.
not- yeah.
So that it's a spend one legend, right? So it's not
Yeah.
imbue? Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, you get to uncheck your worst box, Morning.
Okay.
So I think that brings you to, you need 1 less success than earlier. So at 4 successes, you succeed.
And I have my fox friend clinging to my back.
You just strafe through them, a bunch of the unarmed ones that try to grapple onto you to like hold onto your leg and bring you down. You can just fly kick them as you run by.
Yeah, and like use my other leg and just go. My leg gets a little bit stronger because I frantically wrote in axe hit leg for injured and then didn't finish filling in the bruised ones.
Like I don't think it's like even like registering to like morning, but I think it's like when a cat jumps on something and it's scared to like
Let
or so it's
go.
just like it's kind of like scrambling and at the same time just eyes just like
I think the small spikes just like get channeled into the violence, you know, like
Increase the adrenaline surge.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know if it's like spikes. I think it's just like paw scrambling. I think it's just like it's
Paw
not like,
Yeah. I after this attack, I think we'll try and level out a little bit so that D is not having to scramble as much.
All right.
Cool. Who's next?
All right. I'm going to go ahead and go. I know with his eyes red that I can't do damage, but I want to strike anyway so I can maybe grapple him again, hopefully. Or at least keep him busy so that he can't do anything else. Keep him focused on me so he can't do much to rally the troops. And let Morning swing sword. So
Is the red eyes effect like a psychic effect? Is it something that he's actively doing to give himself the red eyes?
Ooh, Kieran.
yeah.
Kieran, can you roll? Let's go with oh boy.
Because if it's a psychic effect, I can do something to help you, Robert.
okay, cool. Go for it.
Well, I'll say if you want a definite answer for free,
Mm-hmm.
if you score 3 successes on manip and integrity, I will give you the truth. That's
Go
not
for
your action. That's just reflexive.
Integrity. All right.
At worst, you can try and you don't know, but if you succeed, I mean, hey,
Boom.
that's
Hell yeah,
3
look at that.
successes. It is definitely born out of emotion, born out of his psyche. It is something that he turned on. He basically, went berserk.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to, before Finbar does his turn, I'm going to use Overwhelming Chaos to overload a person's mind with concentrated entropy. The targeted character must struggle simply to maintain coherent thought. On each turn, if they wish to take an action, they must combine it with a stamina plus athletics roll at difficulty 2. Non-trivial characters are rendered catatonic for the scene. I don't know what that means. Anyway.
A non-trivial character, what it means is anyone who is, it's kind of weird.
So it's like we just do it to a regular person. It's just like
Yeah,
just
but
like
a
Would that be a
like an
trivial
NPC.
character?
No, that's
like
it. No,
like someone on the street. It's like got you. It's like
Yeah, but wouldn't that be a trivial character because they don't matter? They're trivial.
Yeah,
I don't know,
exactly.
that's
So
weird.
I think that's kind of weird. But let me just check it real quick. We
Okay.
said it is a boon called Overwhelming Chaos.
Yes.
That's beauty, darkness, chaos. Overwhelming chaos. Yeah. We just copy pasted the thing. Non-trivial. Let me see if I can find. I'm just curious because he might just be turned. Technically, he would be turned catatonic.
Better.
that would be really good.
So that's pretty cool. The book doesn't have any mention of what non-trivial means.
Thanks, Scion.
Yeah, there's quite a few of that in the book. Okay, trivial characters are the fodder on which Scions demonstrate their miraculous power. No shit. Doesn't cost you.
Don't tell us the totally obvious, just the merely obvious.
Okay, so basically, a trivial target would be like, in your case, it's like mortals. And it just means that if you want to affect, like, let's say you wanted to affect like a mortal that's not super important in a scene, right? That's trivial. You wouldn't even need to spend a legend at this point.
Oh, okay.
It's just like a snap of the finger, it's done.
Mhm.
Whereas non-trivial means that this person is immortal, but they're just like a little step above. Like they might be able to do something. In
Okay.
this case, that's what it is. Like the boss is immortal. Like the boss is not mortal, but like the regular Kilikon Saros. Actually, it's all no. That's Hornet's Nest. Okay. Yeah, so Hornet's Nest would work on a bunch of them.
Yeah.
For instance, but yes,
But no,
overwhelming
it says
chaos.
that I have no control over the mob, so I'm afraid if I use Hornet's Nest, they'll just get worse because
I
it's
mean,
already
they're
a mob.
mad. They're already
Yeah.
mad though. Right?
but
Like
that
there's now
means-
also they get more mad.
Yeah, that means that in this case, this person will be rendered catatonic if he fails.
Okay.
Maybe if they get so
Um,
made, maybe they'll attack each other. Maybe,
So let me see.
Hey, maybe for my next turn I'll do that.
maybe they'll just be just like
Let me see. Let me see. Oh god, they are so bad at resisting stuff like that.
good.
Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah, if it's not inducing anger, they only have 5 dice.
That's still a lot of dice.
That's still a decent amount of dice.
Yeah, that's 1 success.
Aha.
So
Gotcha.
the eyes like lose their reddish tint, their little glow. He just lets go of the axe, cocks his head, starts drooling a little. As he's just staring into the abyss. Finbar, you walk behind him. What do you want to do?
All right, I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna go full at him with the bat this time. I want to try to take him out, and since I've got the negative on me for the injured, I get the plus for the shillelagh, so I figure that cancels each other out.
Wait, repeat that?
All right, for shillelagh, I get the +1.
Mhm.
But I've got the injured, so I got the one there, the one complication there. Would those two cancel each other out?
Yes.
It
A
would just be a
complication
straight
is
roll?
the opposite of an enhancement.
All right, so I'll just go with the might, and since then they'd just be might in close combat, since I'm swinging the shillelagh, right? Okay.
Mhm.
Want to make sure my logic was correct. All right, here we go. 3 successes.
I need to. Oh, he's catatonic. He doesn't have a defense.
Yeah.
That's
so-
3 successes. You can definitely do 1 damage.
Get shillelagh, nerd.
That's too bad. That's too bad. You kind of.
And with your 2 extra successes, you could kick his axe away.
Okay.
Something
Kick
you
his
could do.
axe.
You could seize his axe. Or you could, instead of doing any damage, you could break, like, not do damage, but break the axe so that it's unusable forever. You can also blind them if you want.
What would be the best thing to do here? If I destroy the axe, he can still bite, but it's going to take away some possible way for
Basically-
him to attack.
You can do damage with every option I said, except the one where you destroy the axe.
Okay.
So you can like damage and disarm, damage and seize the axe.
I'm going to damage and seize.
You take the axe.
Please, next turn, hit him with his own axe.
The moment you
I'm,
take the axe,
I'm considering double wield. Yes.
Add
I know.
insult to injury, yes.
It hurts, doesn't it? It's like someone hits you with an axe.
the moment you grab the axe, you feel a surge of something through the whichever arm you grab the axe with. I don't know if you're right or left-handed.
Well, the
And which?
bat will be in the right hand, so I would have grabbed it with the left.
All right, you grab the axe with the left. You feel this sort of surge of power. When you glance down at the axe, you realize there's like a shimmering pattern on the blade that quickly lights and disappears. The boss shrinks down 2 feet. Finbar
Aw,
grows 2 feet.
hell yeah.
We have a Hulk.
Um,
I have the power.
if he weren't catatonic, he'd do something he doesn't even realize what just happened.
I mean, that might be for the best. That's really like kind of sad.
Let's go with them. You can go, Renee. I'll do. It's their turn, and then you can go last after. They start. First of all, some of them, kind of unaware of what's going on, will futilely try to attack you. I'm not even going to roll. Most of them turn to look at Finbar.
Oh, you're their god now, Finbar.
The branch on which you all stand, except for Morning and D, begins to crack. All of the Calican Sorrows hold their breath. And then you begin to hear a murmur spread through the crowd. It's happening. It's happening. Work done. Work done. Work done. What order, boss? What order, boss? And D, from your position, flying above the crowd, you can see everywhere that they struck was just made to create weaknesses. And the strange sap that would grow, you know, and create like these scar tissue on the bark, it's barely dripping. You can hear, because your thoughts were, you know, sucked in earlier, you kind of have this connection to the tree, and also it's a spirit. It doesn't want to fight anymore.
Uh-oh.
The tree lost its will to live. And the people whose thoughts were taken, one by one, are snuffed out. In the above world, in, you know, Earth, television shows, movies, whatever on TV are all stopped. There are emergency broadcasts all over the world. It seems that a portion of the human population just died of a heart attack. About 10% of all humans have just decided to stop living. And now we're going to take a break.
Oh, we decimated the human race. Good. Great.
We'll be back with the consequences of our actions in a moment. Stick around, everyone. But we are back, and we have decimated a good part of humanity. And wait a second. Why is Morning not there anymore?
Oh, I did have to leave and come back because no one heard me.
That's
No one could hear me
not a
anymore.
problem. I will put you back up.
Thanks. At least no one could hear me on break.
Yeah.
So I was able to come back.
Alrighty. There we are.
Oh, and I also have something strange going on with Anna's camera. Give me just a quick second. The fuck? Oh, that's why. Boop. You still had an old chroma key on there. Because at some point, I think you used a green screen at your place, and I never took it off.
Oh, okay.
So for the first half of this show, pretty much part of your face and your shirt were pixelated.
I'm just too pretty to be, you know.
I need to censor you because of the Twitch. Yeah, that's it. It's the the new Twitch thing. We see too much of your shoulder, so you know.
Ooh.
The
It's
mortal world can only handle so much of you at a time.
So, throughout the world, emergency broadcast services, people are freaking out. None of you are aware of this, as you are down under the ground, standing on a rapidly cracking and breaking branch. Finbar is holding a magical axe in one hand, the bat in the other. Finbar has grown 2 feet since he took the axe away from the Kelikansaros. It's all up to you now. Most of this army, aside from the ones who were futilely still trying to grab onto Morning and force her to stop flying, others had come like creeping up on your branch slowly, but they seem to have won. Many of them started chanting in unison that work done, work done. And they're looking at Finbar expectantly.
All right. This is going to be a wild gambit, but I may as well try it here. I'm going to look at them all, point at the branches that are breaking, and say, fix them now. New work. Fix tree now. Work. Fix tree now.
Some of them look at each other kind of hesitantly. They, let's say about half of them leave. The other half just repeats over and over, what is fix? How fix?
Oh no.
As I hear them saying that, I go to the branch that's breaking. I get underneath it. I'm going to use my strength to press it up back into place,
Hold it up.
Like I was trying to reset a broken bone or something.
How like D has like connection how does she realize how screwed the tree is right now? Like how badly
through your connection with its spirit, it doesn't want to live anymore. It's not that it's too wounded.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't seem to even register. It's just the tree stopped fighting.
No, tree, we're here for you.
I will let you ponder what you want to do. Finbar, I know your action is going to be go under the branch, hold it up like a broken bone.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the other Kelikansaros will try to do the same, basically hop on each other's shoulders and try to patch things, but it looks more like they're trying to plug leaks on a ship with like their fingers.
Yeah.
It's almost comical in how tiny they are versus the tree. By the way, Myro is still on the ground, puffing up blood.
I forgot about him again.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
That's
scale
why I'm
to
reminding all
scale.
of you.
Thank
I
you.
did not.
This-
Kieran
This
just
is
didn't
bad.
care.
Yeah.
Oh, I was hoping everyone else had forgotten about him, honestly.
I don't know if that's Finbar. I don't think that's going to. It doesn't want to be healed or live. Holding up's not going to do it.
How do we convince it otherwise then?
Is it just depressed? Like you were before when your thoughts were slipping away?
It's. I think it's more than that. Unfortunately.
I don't have a very big ball of yarn. But
Simon,
Hmm?
under the miracles that I can do under wild, one of them is stimulate or suppress the growth of a plant or crops. Is the world tree
Oh.
enough of a plant that I could re-stimulate it by laying on hands?
I think you had to be like a god,
Yes.
right? Or right.
It's well, it will certainly do something. It will certainly help.
I would put us
Oh.
at collateral 9, but is it worth it? I think it might be worth the risk.
I think so. Okay, if the world tree dies, doesn't everyone die?
That's kind of the impression that the world kind of ends, and it kind of makes what we're trying
Yeah.
to do with the net futile.
Yeah. So I'd say go for it.
So if as long as there's no dissent, I'm going to cast Miracle number 9.
Do it.
You don't even need to roll or anything. You put basically you're holding up the branch like a broken bone and will it
Yeah.
to
Laying on hands, just like at church
yeah.
for someone for healing.
The sap begins to pour out and stop it. The rest of the tree is in very poor state. It seems that what you're doing is taking out all of whatever life energy it had, infusing it in that one branch so that it becomes sort of like a new sprout, right? And then the new tree will grow out of that one. It might take years, it might take decades, it might take months. You don't know how long it took for that tree to grow.
Right.
But the tree will survive. That you know, like in your heart of heart, in your divine sort of essence.
Divine sense.
Yeah, you know it's going to work. What you do not expect, however, is for the rest of the tree to collapse into coal. The branch stays. 5 of you fall down, well, along with thousands of Calicansaros. It's just a deep tunnel. Well, whatever you want to call it. It's dark and it goes on for way longer than you climbed the tree for. Eventually, as you fall, you begin to hear the sound of rushing water and waves lapping on a beach. The world goes dark. And when you open your eyes again, you stand on an ashy shore. The dark ocean. Roiling clouds and thunder on the horizon, not unlike what you saw from the Emerald Isles. Everything is in shades of gray. Myro's body is nowhere to be seen. But there is a sort of faintly glowing ball of light. Stands a few ways away from Finbar, Dee, and Kieran. Morning is nowhere to be seen. Welcome to the underworld.
Cool.
You all gain a
Have
point
fun
of
in
legend.
the underworld without your demigoddess of death, bitches.
We gain what?
We gain a point of legend.
Everyone
also-
gains a point of legend.
Do we regain
Damn.
anything that was imbued and or spent?
Nope, not for now.
Okay.
But, well, I mean, since your max moved up, right, you're allowed to spend one more because you have one more to do stuff with, right?
All right, I need to like do whatever I need to do to get those back.
Well, is this the next scene? So anything that we imbued in the last scene we get
Yes. Everything you
Okay.
imbued in the last scene comes back.
I have two.
Ooh.
I've got 3.
back? I only
Gosh,
have one spent. I have all of my other ones
Yeah.
available.
I have everything. I have everything back at this point.
The overgrowth requires me to spend. I think that's what's been doing it. The overgrowth.
Yeah, I try to stick with the imbues where possible, but the times that I've spent, thankfully, I've been able to get back with my worshippers. Thanks, Reddit.
All right, Finbar's gonna
Um,
look around. Do we see any sign of morning anywhere? Like any footprints on the beach or anything like that, or is it just poof? No sign.
You must have been separated on your fall down.
All right, I'm going to reach for my phone and see how full it is of messages from Naman.
There is no signal on the phone.
No signal.
No signal.
Okay, it's worse than I thought.
No bars in hell.
Well, right now we don't know how much of the world is left after what just happened. The
I'm gonna
world
pick-
tree's been reduced from a full tree to a sapling. That can't be good.
At least there's something left, right?
Yeah. There's. Where's morning at?
Well, that's a good question. Morning. You felt yourself fall down through darkness for a very long time. In fact, your wings can barely function. Like, they can slow down your fall a little, but you can't ever get back into flying. It's as if it's not just gravity, it's like sucking you down. Everything goes black. And you wake up. It's a strangely familiar place. You recognize the trees, even though they're devoid of canopy. You recognize the stone benches around what would have been a little park, except they're all broken and some of them overgrown with vines.
Fuck.
The shrubs around you are just petrified, wicked little thorns. You're, flat on your face. As you strive to get back up, you hear the tapping of hooves behind you.
Midnight?
Midnight is there. Someone's riding Him? Shit. What was
Him.
midnight? Him.
Him, yeah.
Someone's writing him. A tired, weary woman in war paint. You remember her from a while back. She changed. She doesn't have the the ambition, the drive that she used to. She looks consumed with revenge, even though she says, she speaks in a probably as calm a tone as she can. Boudica pops off of Midnight and offers a hand and says, "You're late."
I hug her.
She phrases, not sure what to do. Her body is nothing but taut muscles and bones.
What happened?
They came. They came from everywhere. Jealous of what we had. There is nothing left on the island now. The angry dead took everything. They are afraid. We can't kill what's already dead. They just turned ours against us. There's a few of us left. They've taken your father. They have a new leader. When you struck down the Balrog, most of those spirits just scattered. But apparently, it's not enough. I, believe it or not, saw you fall. Came to get you. Well, Midnight came to get you.
How is Midnight here? Oh,
Midnight turns to you and says, "Your mother." In like a very deep, bassy voice. Almost the same.
you can talk! And just throw my arms around his neck.
Please, decorum, my lady.
Oh, I think the world just
Alright.
ended. I'm not in a place for decorum right now.
It... Not quite. And Boudica will say, "We can't stay on the island too long. It's theirs now. We have to leave. We took shelter where the Jotun came from. Some of their departed have granted us sanctuary. However many of us were left. Your It seems like your friend's efforts bore fruit. And that diplomacy got us something in the end.
Well, we'll take something over nothing. If you could fill me in on the way, it's been days for me since I last saw you. I don't know how to bring you back to a world with nothing in it. I'll fill you in. You fill me in?
Deal. She will take her sword and draw a circle with runes on the dirt, sand, the earth around. And as she's done just drawing, she doesn't have to say anything. There's just a tremor. The sand around scatters and the runes and the circles sort of rise up just like about an inch from the ground. It's all stone. They light up. And she just motions for you to step on it. Midnight doesn't really wait. Maybe to show you that, you know, it's safe. And will hop onto the pedestal. Do you follow suit? Alright.
Sorry, yes, I'll follow whatever they do.
Once you step on it, in the blink of an eye, you find yourself in a completely different place. There is light. There is color. You find yourself inside a long hall, clearly Viking, well, Norse in construction. There are a few tables scattered. No food, but ample drinks. The people there are tired, hungry, cold. This is clearly not Valhalla. For what little you know of it, you hope this is not Valhalla.
Right. Yeah.
There are a lot of Norns here. Valkyries, fighters, all of them. And then at one table, just an eclectic group of lost souls. Boru, the Celt that you remember seeing on the island, is there. Missing an arm. There's just these like pale, sort of teal-colored fumes coming out of the stump. Like he's constantly on fire. A few other souls that you remember seeing. One bears goat legs and a mask on her face.
I run to hug her too.
Dusk will hug you back and say that she hopes you are here for real.
Yes, yeah, I'm here.
And that she has something for you. And she holds you a cracked iPhone. On it is only one thing.
Okay.
There's a video from Winnie.
I make eye contact with her, say nothing because there is nothing to say, and look back to press play.
It's Winnie walking down the streets of Niantic. You recognize the buildings. You see a parade of fire trucks going by, ambulances. There's just smoke and wails in the background. She's jogging as she's filming. And says, "Hey, I don't know where or when you will see this video. To say things went to shit would be an overstatement. People don't know what's going on. They think, you know, a tenth of humanity was died. It's not true. They just don't realize it. We're trying to make people... Their souls are still somewhere. It's just people don't understand this. But, things are complicated. I hope you're in a safe place. We're doing what we can up here. She like gets bumped into by someone who just like got done looting whatever store she was next to. It was, hey, look, it's chaos everywhere. I've asked the people at Queensguard to, you know, rally and help. I know you're not in this world. I can feel it. So I'm gonna ask Dusk to find you wherever you are. It's going to cost me. But you need to know that, you know, it's not hopeless, right? And that wherever you are, there is still a world for you to come back to. Yeah, please, whatever you do, I get the feeling that you can do more than us here. We'll be here when you're done. I love you. Bye. And the video ends.
Morning. Drops the phone. It's already cracked, so it probably gets a little bit worse. But looks up at Dusk, and the first thing she can think to say is, I am so sorry about your rest.
I had some rest.
Not enough.
It's the last time I saw you at the bar. That was over 6 months ago.
6 months ago?
Yes. We talked about the net and everything, and you said you and your friends. And then she looks around and... Where are they?
I don't know. But we're
Okay.
going to find them. We are going to find humanity's lost souls. Boudica, there is still a world for you to go back to, so good news. And I'm gonna get back too. So I can tell Winnie I love her too.
And we'll fade on that scene. With morning surrounded by whatever survivors there are of the Irish pantheon, or Irish underworld. Go back to the beach. There's that little globe of light that just dims. And you see this... It looks like a small fairy made of wine with little butterfly wings. It's about yay high. It says hello.
Oh.
Hello. It sounds like Myro talking through a tin can.
Hello?
Where am I?
Not exactly sure.
Perhaps
Where's-
the underworld, we're not sure.
That's not my... Where's my body?
She'll shake her head. Don't know. We just woke up here. Or at least that's what I know. We fell and we woke up here. Morning's missing.
Can all three of you give me intellect and occult, please?
Alrighty. Intellect and occult. All of those and only one success? Good job, Lynn. Good job, Kieran.
Good job.
That's what, 5, 3, and 1. I'm going to give 1 momentum because of Finbar, but also because y'all are gonna start needing it a lot. So let's be generous.
Ominous. Thank you.
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Dun dun dun.
3 demons with swords arrive. I'm sorry.
No. Kieran and D. Kieran and D.
Yeah, it's worse.
That fairy sort of resonates deep inside of your soul. There's the sudden realization of your own mortality. Myro's dead.
Whoops.
That, what you are seeing right now, is like a personification of what little divine essence he has.
Does Dee still have her backpack?
Yeah.
You still
Not
have all
like
of
it.
your stuff.
Yeah.
You got like a Ziploc baggie or something in there? Tupperware?
Is it it's just like a mode of light, right?
It's like a small fairy about like the size of my
Okay.
hand, made like of twine with little butterfly wings. It doesn't really have a face, but there's
Yeah.
like a sort of head like made by like loops of twine. It doesn't look like something that's been crocheted together. It's just vaguely
Kind of like a corn husk doll with wings.
not even a corn dusk dog would be
Well, there's a there's like a
Imagine-
cartoon. I think it's Fantasia 2000 or something that has a fairy that's made out of like lightning, sort of like that.
kind of
Where-
imagine it's more like a nervous system.
Okay.
A tiny nervous system
Ugh.
with wings.
Ugh.
But
Okay.
it seems to be made like out of like, pipe cleaner more than twine. Like sort of fuzzy thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
But it's all disjointed. Maybe like the lightning fairy, I just don't remember it.
Yeah, do you walk up and just like, are you able to come with us? Are you able to move?
It sort of floats around like in a small circle and goes, I can't. What is happening? Am I paralyzed?
You can't move.
I try. I'm trying.
And she'll,
I can't
I think, oh yeah, you go ahead.
It's in your hand. You can feel it. It's kind of cool. Just like a constant cool breeze in your grasp.
Just like,
And you hear his voice like muffled, like, What is going on? I can't see anything. Am I blind?
No, you're good. We're gonna take you with us.
And from behind you, a voice says, I believe I will be taking him along. And landed on the shore is a very long rowboat. A robed figure, black cloak head to toe, face almost invisible. It's holding an iron lantern aloft on a skeletal hand. It says, I, the guide. He is my charge. I am Chiron. Give these.
Well, no. I got it first, looks like. Belongs to me.
That is not how the rules work.
That's exactly how the rules work. It's finders keepers.
Nah.
Yeah.
And he shakes the lantern again.
Yeah, just tell Karen no. That's not how it works.
What?
Karen.
Screw you, it's mine.
What do you know?
Exactly.
You are not of this place.
No.
If you do not give, if you do not pay for passage, you die on this beach, you know.
Well, we can pay for passage. We have money, but not this. This is mine. I need it more than you, I think.
I think it's money.
If you can afford the price of a soul, I will let you keep him. Kirin, son of Loki.
My reputation precedes me. How much does a soul cost?
Everything you've got.
His or yours?
Karen, don't do something you're gonna regret.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's D.
Kieran, you
Lynn's
don't
like, yeah,
know-
so that's so. Okay.
Kieran,
You know, Chiron
you
looks
don't
like
know
the...
you don't know what you're dealing with.
I mean, I'm mildly familiar with Karen here.
He
You
looks
know
like
what-
the ghost of Christmas Future from
Yeah.
the Muppet Christmas
Got a
Carol.
lot of nerve for a man with no nervous system. It's my soul here. I think I need this more than you, so just tell me what I need to pay.
I need soul. And you know, you're an adept liar, Kieran.
I am.
What
Yeah,
soul?
he's not saying he's
I
not
don't
saying
have a soul.
everything.
I'm sorry.
He's not telling the whole truth. You can feel it.
Okay. I think from the tales that I've heard of Karen, who is the courier of the underworld, there are other forms of payment that you're willing to take apart from souls. You just ferry the souls. You don't actually need them yourself. So perhaps we can come to some kind of understanding wherein I pay you to give us a ride somewheres and you don't actually have to take our souls. You benefit, we benefit. You benefit doubly, maybe.
I do not want your soul, Kieran.
Hurtful.
It is tainted.
Ow. D's gonna look at Karen like, what does that mean?
I don't know what that means. I think he's just trying to hurt my feelings.
You can pay for your own passage. I take cash only. I no longer take credit card.
Don't take credit.
Not since the incident with Paul Newman.
What?
All right, that's fair. That's totally fair. You got an ATM in hell.
This is not hell.
You got an ATM in the underworld?
I do not wish to pay the fees.
How
You got a PayPal?
how much do you need?
My boss does not give out internet access.
No Wi-Fi in the underworld either. Okay, so just tell me, you know,
Not even a dial-up modem.
2 coins per soul.
2 coins.
What kind of coin?
Yes. 4th century Greek silver
4th century
coins.
Greek.
How much?
Where in the hell are we supposed to get that?
In 4th century Greece, of
Of
course.
course. Got any drachmas on you, Karen?
How much?
Dude.
Okay. Question.
Hmm?
How much would that be in like?
Today's money?
Yes.
Yeah. Can
This
you
This is important.
like
How much?
a Greek translation for us of 4th century drachmas to USD?
It was
So-
2 drachmas, right? Which was equivalent
we
to
need-
a day's,
we need-
a day,
we need
1 drachma is a
6.
day's wages.
Yeah.
8,
So
6 or 8.
technically, it's a day's wage for a laborer.
Yeah.
So imagine in today that would be let's see, a day's wage of a farmer
Like
in
$100. That's not bad at all.
2023. Basically it's 40,000 a year.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So divided by 365, it's $110 per eye.
Jesus.
So you need $220 basically.
220.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've got that.
Okay.
It would be nice if we had somebody who could just spontaneously
Yeah,
make money, but
yeah,
you know,
okay, yeah. Dee's gonna reach into her bag.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be on the safe side and produce 8
What?
coins of those coins.
Yeah, because you
It's-
can.
I have to spend. I have to. It's. I mean, it's.
But isn't that a casual miracle?
No, it's blessed wealth. It's a. Boon.
Yes.
It's a
It's
boon.
It can be any form. It just. $10,000 worth
Yeah.
of riches.
Up to 10,000. You can produce your 8 drachmas.
Yeah.
you just
Because-
have that in your bag.
She'll produce like 30 of them and just like keep them in the bag just in case. You never know. We don't know if we're gonna like need these.
We don't know what the exchange rate is down here.
Yeah. It's like I think she'll
But what if the
like-
next time Karen asks for like a McDonald's Happy Meal?
I can't help them.
You show the coins.
Yeah, I'll show the coins.
Oh. I should have asked for something else.
But you didn't. So now you owe us passage. A deal's a deal.
Indeed. The robe lifts and a smaller Chiron comes out.
Oh, Jesus.
Hood undone, it's just the top half of a skull
Ooh.
with
Ooh.
just like little rags. And he waddles up to D. He's about like a foot tall and goes, "All right, Gib,
All right, she'll give him. Yep.
thank you."
Here, what was it like? $800 or whatever it is.
It's okay, it's gonna be for pocket change.
Mhm.
Where you wanna go?
Do you have like a map? You are here. Here's Underworld Central.
No map. I'm all from memory.
Can we go home?
I can. Oh, wait. He waddles back into the robe, shuffles under. You can see now that like the rope sort
Lives
of
in there. Oh.
moves as the mini Chiron
Back.
seems to climb up into it,
Oh.
and it takes back its gravely voice and says, "This is your new home."
No.
Yaha.
No, I don't think so. So,
Finbar takes 2 fingers, places it on his carotid. Does he feel a pulse?
Yeah, you're still alive.
Okay.
I'd like to speak to a manager, please.
You wish to Karen. the
Yeah, I want to speak to your
Chiron.
boss.
Fine. Follow me. And he's going to walk back slowly to the ship. Up aboard, lost souls. When you hop on the ship, he's going to just drag it away from the beach, begin to sail away in the darkness as he laughs maniacally.
Good.
And we're gonna end on that today.
I feel safe and secure here.
Yep.
I could ask for like 1,000 drachmas. That would have been real heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you could have asked for a lot of different things.
Yeah, I know. It just has to be, but like it's exactly what they wanted.
That ends today's session. With the group now split. Myro dead. And Morning missing.
You know, it's a bummer about Miro because we did go there is like, oh, you're one of the last few demigods. We're gonna come help you. But then also, I didn't like him very much.
I
Consume that
was really
power.
looking forward to killing him myself,
Consume that
unfortunately.
power.
But you know,
You still have a chance. Just absorb that power.
Well, we did what he wanted us to do. We went after those creatures and all that. Just didn't work
Sure.
out the way he would have liked.
No,
Think about it. Maybe you get some of that purview. You get some of what he has.
it's like, yeah, absorb the
Mm.
beauty.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would
Ye-
want it anyway if it means like not being good at combat.
I mean, on top of it, I mean, you take an extra one.
I mean, does absorbing his essence mean that we get points in lover?
You don't know.
Try eat it.
I eat it.
You want to eat Myro
Yes.
while you're okay. Then let's just
One of the
make
mechanical
Wait,
retributions
do you
for
okay?
eating.
So do you
Kieran,
Simon, let's
stealthily?
end
Do
the
you
game
like
for
do you
today.
like stealthily eat
Yeah.
it, or you just plop it?
End
You're
it
just like
now.
you try to
Simon.
hide it.
I want to
Let's
I want
end
to
the game
know
for
how.
today. Hannah, I'm gonna eat it.
Okay, let's just make this one roll.
Frustrated.
Hannah, how do you plan on eating Myro?
Regular way.
Just the whole thing, just right down
Shove it
the
in your mouth?
hatch. Just pop it in my mouth.
Do you care to be seen or not?
I would prefer not to be seen by my teammates. If they see me, they see me. If Chiron sees me, all the better. Screw that guy. Like,
So-
full view of Chiron. I want to eat the soul. that
Oh
you want.
yeah, let's upset the ferryman
Um,
while we're in the middle of the water. Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm going to
strategy.
surreptitiously. I'm going
I
to
did pay for his soul.
surreptitiously eat the godling soul, please.
Okay,
So,
give me Dex and Subterfuge.
okay.
You need 5 successes,
Okay.
and
Dex
then we'll end the game after that.
and subterfuge. Come on, big money, no whammies. 6.
Yeah.
You have devoured a soul.
How do you
I'll
feel?
let you know what it
How do I
does
feel?
after. It feels
God,
a little dirty.
God, God, I really hope it's
But
like
also-
what's the vampire thing?
It feels like
I turn into a
you've,
vampire?
No, what's the
No.
vampire thing when you eat a soul?
Oh, Diablerie.
Yeah.
It it does feel like you've snuffed out something from the world permanently.
I mean, that's just like whenever you eat something.
But
I mean,
I'll let you know mechanically what happens. But yeah, we're gonna end on that though.
cool. I have to wait a week to know what happens
I
if I
hope
eat
Miro
this.
wasn't important already because we just like ate him.
Oh my
You've
god.
just doomed the entire world as the rest of the world as we know it.
It's cool. You know, my family is
It's gonna
messed
be
up
good.
anyway.
It's gonna be good.
Cannibalism is right in there.
It's gonna be good. Like if we ever figure this out, like because we don't. I mean, we don't know. Like
I think I have a
Morning, what
brother
happened
who's
to
a
Miro?
horse.
What happened
Like-
to Miro?
Yep. So, let's go around the table. Tell us who you are, where we can find you, all that good stuff. I'll keep mine for last. Let's do reverse order the way to the intros and start with Morning.
Hi, my name is Renee Rhodes. I've played Morning today. We both use she, her pronouns, and what a blast. I love this game all the time, and I laugh so hard. So I'm gonna run downstairs and just be like, hey, partner, guess what happened at the end of the game? Guess what Hannah did? They'll never guess. Anyway, thanks so much for coming out today. I will not be around for a little while. Thanks, Simon, for setting that up wonderfully. I will be recovering from a major surgery during January, but I hope to be back as soon as possible. As far as stuff, where you can find me, I'm still on social media platforms like Twitter at RayDNR, or other platforms like Blue Sky and Hive and Threads, which I am going to continue trying to get better at RayDN. And I'll talk about everything that I have going on there: writing, podcasting, art. Right now, I'm painting hand-painted magnets in pride colors for the end of the year, and I'll have more pride colors available in next year. And then also the big thing that I've mentioned a couple times, and I don't think I will be mentioning all that much longer since the last auditionee is going. I'm auditioning for the host position of the One Shot podcast. You can check out my series where I had an amazing cast and we played Animon's story in the podcast feed, but also check out the other auditioners. They're phenomenal. There are 4 others, and you can let One Shot know how you think we did. And that's it.
Thank you for coming, and good luck on your recovery.
Thank you.
Kieran the Devourer.
I like that. That fits in with the rest of my great, awesome titles. I am Hannah, she, her. In this game, I was playing Kieran, he, him, and Kieran the Devourer. And you can find me on Twitter at Hanimation Art, on Instagram at Hanimation Studios, on Blue Sky at Just Plain Hanimation, and you can find my store at hanimation.shop. And when it opens up again in the new year with new stuff for the new year, you can use the code WanderingDM for 10% off your order. It's lots of great little trinkets for the nerd in your life. Also, Renee, where are your magnets available, like, to purchase?
Yes, currently they're on my coffee, which is also at Radian. So they're in my coffee shop. And they'll be on Etsy probably in the new year. I just need more time.
Understandable. All right. Otherwise, you can find me Wednesdays on Laugh Love Lindy's channel for Below the Land of Fire. There's a Land of Fire. We're below it somehow. It's a Call of Cthulhu 1980s campaign. Lots of fun. And then back here for more Scion next Saturday. Looking forward to it.
Cool. Next, D.
Hey everyone, I'm Lynn. Gremlin art pretty much everywhere on the social we can find my art. And next time you'll see me is tomorrow on Practical Thesporia's channel for next session of Carousel Court, where we are going into the mid-90s, and I can't wait to see what sort of like drama happens with that.
Thank you very much. And last but not least, Finbar.
All right, I'm Hawkeye, Kentucky Hawkeye. You can catch me next. Normally, you'll be able to catch me Saturday nights, 8 p.m.
on my channel, Hawkeye's Old Time Gaming Emporium, for Grappler's Keep, our WWE 2K23 universe where number characters from all of your favorite tabletop RPG genres compete in a ring that we lovingly call the Dice Tray. We'll not be having Grappler's Keep tonight because we're going to go see the Nutcracker instead. So family tradition keeping up with that, but you'll catch that'll be starting back up next Saturdays. We work towards our next premium live event. Otherwise, Mondays you can catch my daughter and I on Family Night at the Emporium as we're working our way through Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, or as we prefer to call it, the Further Adventures of Mouse Droid. We're on Mustafar right now, so we're trying to 100% out all of the planets and different quests and such. And then Wednesday, you can catch me doing Baldur's Gate 3 for the Legend of Ben Mustaine, my gold Dragonborn Paladin who is working his way through. We are in the Underdark right now. We've just met a bunch of Myconids. That's just a character I've never run into before. So we've been doing some stuff there, fought some Duragar, and now we're trying to see where we go next from there. That'll be Wednesday. And then, of course, you can catch me Saturdays here for Scion, and on Praxagor Thesmophorius channel on Sundays, you can catch me in a cameo role during Carousel Court. So otherwise, cleric by day, RPG fanboy by night.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Thank you for taking time off of your Saturday afternoon to come play Scion with us and decimate part of humanity. Yeah, well, the three of you might not know exactly what's going on. Morning knows a bit more. The rest of you might have to wait until next week. But I'm Simon at Wandering DM. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. We are... wait, what is it? We're coming back on Monday for Vampire the Masquerade, the finale of our 4th season. And then we're going to be taking a break for 2 weeks because holiday, back to back. And then we're back with season 5. And then, yes, baby, give me a moment. Then on Thursday this week, on December 21st, the shortest day of the year, the one where the night is the longest, we're gonna have our post-mortem for One Frightful Night. I will be there with maybe some of the cast that did the playtest with me. We're going to talk about, what we like, what we didn't like, the rules, the system, everything. If you've missed out on these 4 weeks of public playtest, they are up on my YouTube VODs. Then on Friday, December 22nd, I'll be over on Trooper SJP for the second part and ending of our Sandman game that we started for Trooper Stream Anniversary, where it's a very old game from the 80s, something that definitely came out way too soon. One of the very first narrativist games. And it's strange, and we're starting to realize that wherever we are, which is apparently 1940s Morocco, the entire world is just comprised of actors and characters we've seen in other movies from the 80s. Clearly something is wrong. And we're trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And then next Saturday, if everyone in the crew wants to, we can have Scion, and otherwise we'll be back the week after. I'll post about it on social. But that is it for me. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thank you, chat, for all the interaction. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the subs. And we will see you probably next week for whatever is going to happen in the underworld. Bye-bye, everyone.